Hi, good people, and welcome to yet another episode of Life Codes 254. And we are your hosts. My name is Annette White.
And I'm Harry Ritho.
And we are glad to have you join us in these conversations. We are always happy to have these conversations, to sensitize people, and to just engage and make the society a better place. And so, today's topic.
On today's topic, is the man still the head of the family in the 254?
What? I'm telling you, head of the family.
Yeah.
And so let's have this conversation and let's hear what you have to say about it. Is the man still the head of the family in Kenya in the 254?
Okay.
And let's get to it. Welcome on set. Tuko hapa.
Yes.
Na Mr. Hari.
Yes.
Uko salama?
Kabisa.
Kabisa.
How was last week?
Yangu ilikuwa salama. Very productive week. I thank God.
Yeah. Hustle and bustles have been worth it?
Lazima.
Wow.
Lazima to hustle. Lazima tutafute. We have to put food on the table.
Yeah.
And we have to be all rounded.
Yeah, yet still each week looking forward to engaging a new topic and engaging a new elephant in the room.
Exactly.
And now today's elephant in the room is the real one.
Kabsa.
Because now we, this topic of this week comes from a backdrop of religion, our setup as Africans, our Africanicity. Is it
Your word.
if I got it correctly, where basically, generally, and even almost all cultures will agree, it has been said that the man is the head of the family. But you see, it's coming from a backdrop of the old days or the old timings when men and women used to have different roles. But this has since changed. And this has changed in terms of what men were being taught and what women were being taught were totally different skill sets, such that these ones would do well in the kitchen and in the household and in rearing children, and this one will be the provider, the sole provider, and the protector. And now you're finding that a lot of roles have changed. The wife in the relationship is the one in the KDF. And the husband in the relationship is a chef at Panari. And so, when they get into the house, who's wearing the pants? You know?
Yeah.
It used to be in society, religion will teach you, and I think almost all religions, if I am not wrong, will place it as a man is the head of the family. But in the evolving times, in the 254, in the modern day,
times are changing.
We are now teaching all children to be architects or actuaries or accountants or chefs or whatever fields that they are on. And so what you can do is exactly what I am doing, and what I am doing is what exactly you can do. So is this coming to change the fabric of what we had envisioned as a people, as a race, in terms of now the roles of the male and female roles? Is it still tenable to say that the man intrinsically has to keep his role as the head of the family? And how practical is this?
I think there's no head in the family, if you ask me.
What do you mean?
I think there are reasons.
What do you mean, Annette? So are you saying that man is not the head of the family?
The man is not the head of the family. If you ask me, I feel we are partners. We are partners in this life. We have to, again, like you said, we are evolving.
Yes.
We are evolving as a people,
Yes.
as a species. We are evolving. And so, for me, we are partners. We came together to complement each other.
Yeah.
We are soulmates. We
Yes.
are building something together.
Uh-huh.
And so, your strengths and my strengths come together to build something beautiful. My weaknesses and your strengths, they complement each other.
Yes.
And so there is no head. We are partners.
Okay.
We are both CFOs, COOs, all those acronyms.
CEOs.
CEOs.
Yes.
Zote, we are both decision makers in this setup that we have created for ourselves. And so there's no one ruler, there's no one head in the family. Now, if this person says no, then my opinion does not matter, or my say does not count.
Yes.
No, that is. I don't think that is. It's a bit more. It's backward, if you ask me. It's backward in a society that we are striving to move forward. Then if we say there is a head of the family, then literally tunajipeleka back in the olden days. So for me, there is no head. We are partners in this.
But realistically, Annette, women and men are not wired in the same fabric.
Exactly, we are not the same.
We are not
That
wired in the
that
same.
is not to
You'll
say
find
we are
that,
the same.
and you'll find that actually because of that whole continual dynamic that has been happening all our lives, we've been cultured to feel like to have women feel like I'm looking for that anchor in a husband, and for the husband to feel like I have to be the provider. I have to be the guy who's hands-on, who's offering direction. And the women also will not find themselves attracted to men who they was just from the same. Then what I'm bringing to the table is what you're bringing. So if I'm changing this bulb, fix that switch.
But you see, our different abilities to do things does not really place us in the advantage of being the head. You see, we have different capabilities as people, and that's why I said my weaknesses, your strengths come to complement my weaknesses, and my strength come to complement your weaknesses. And so it is not to say just because you're making more money right now and I am not, automatically discredits my say in this house. You see, it's not to say because you are masculine and you're able to change the tire now makes me less of a person. You see, so the dynamics are there and will never be the same. A man and a woman will never be the same. But if you come together as partners, then you know definitely I am acknowledging your strengths, I am acknowledging your weaknesses, I'm able to and I'm willing and able to work with that. The same way for you, you are acknowledging I am a strong woman in this and this and this, I am weak when it comes to this and this and this, and you're able to work with that. And so when I say today, we are putting down this on the table and saying you're earning this much, I'm earning this much, and we are contributing this much towards building a home or towards buying certain properties, then you might say it does not have to be the supreme just because I'm earning more. No, there is no one ruler.
Wow, interesting.
And
so I think there's a study that I had seen, and unfortunately it's not very apparent to me because it was a while back, and it was alluding to the fact that even women, the preference of women in men has shifted from the previous inclination of women looking for masculine, more male looking partners to a more metrosexual, to a more toned down man. because what you used to look for in a man in terms of attraction, in terms of a protector.
Yeah.
Right now we are not fighting lions.
Exactly.
We are not.
We've evolved.
We're not living in the jungle.
Yeah.
And so.
What used to work for us as a community
for survival, yes,
is not, we can't carry those and exact them in this specific space,
yes,
and timeline that we are in.
Ah.
Dynamics have changed in terms of what wars are we fighting.
Yes.
You know, we used to fight, we used to be taken to World War, we
yes,
used to go to in the jungle, like you said, to hunt and everything. So it required the man to build themselves in a certain way.
We got the actual muscle.
The actual muscle.
Now
yeah,
the war we are fighting is more a mental muscle,
yeah,
type of armory that is required.
Exactly, we have corporate wars.
Yes.
We have where you need to engage yourself mentally.
Yeah.
And so again, the dynamics have changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, do we respect the man in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do we respect the woman in the house?
Yes.
Yes. It just because you're not being placed as the head of the family,
yes,
does not mean you're not being respected.
Yes.
Respect is across
Wow.
board.
Yeah.
And so we are partners in this life,
yeah,
and we are saying, we are discussing where do we want to be in the next 5 years as a family.
Yeah.
What is your input? What is my input?
Yes.
It's not one person saying, sasa I'm driving the ship.
Tunaenda hivi. We're going like this.
Na mwenye anajisikia hataki ashuke. No, it's no longer working like that. It used to work that in, you know, with our forefathers, you know, our grandfathers, even like our direct parents are not like that.
Yes.
At least for me,
yes,
I would say that.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you look at now our great grandparents, that used to be the case.
Yeah.
The woman is just there to be seen, not to be heard.
Yeah.
You know, we unaletewa whatever crops of the day, go to the kitchen and sort. Make sure the children are fine. Like you can't make any decisions in that home. Yours is just you agreed to be led in that way, and so that is it. But now leadership right now, yes, you, like you said, women are attracted to a certain kind of man that is self-aware, that is able to lead. It's not for you to lead me na nimekaa hapo kimalenge, tafadhali. No, it's us to share, and I see where is your thought, what is your thought process. Where do you want us to be? Again, I don't want to be with someone who does not know what they want in life. They don't know their trajectory in the next 5-10 years. That's, I think, when it comes to someone who is leading, is basically someone who knows where they are and where they want to be. It's not someone who is telling me, now I'm leading you, ukipata pesa leta yote kwa hii account, mimi ndio nita decide venye tutatumia hiyo pesa. It's not that kind of leadership. And that's why for me, I emphasize we are partners in this. Yes.
Wow. Right. And I think partners would do. So if these partners decide that today we are the ones steering the ship, then it means that you have two drivers. We have a driver and a co-driver intermittently changing at different sets of this nini, so such that in this rally called life, at this point you're the one giving me direction, hapo piga left because I have a better perspective of that kakona. This one piga right, take a break, now I'm on the driving seat. And so that sort of partnership.
You said it perfectly. Yeah.
That sort of partnership looks like a really, really good ride and die tag team. Where you'd conquer the world in a big way. And you see, you've not even done well because now you burst a big bubble in us men who've been used to wanting to, wanting to be, the key man, the key head, and mimi nasema mazee tunaenda left, kesho mwenye ajisikia shuke. To bring that a bit more in this together.
Be open. Be open to that. I had a conversation not so long ago with a gentleman, and this is what his sentiments were in terms of a relationship setup. And as we were talking, he said he had a relationship that did not work because the woman would not or emphasized that they don't think it is okay to go and ask a man, their man, for permission to go somewhere. And so I was like, what do you mean by that? No. Then he said, I feel like as my woman, you should come and ask me, kuko na chama, inaenda Nakuru, tunaenda road trip, babe, niende.
And then he says, I'll get back to you on that one. And then he goes mules and he talks to the boys, and then he decides, apana, or sawa. Lakini rudi by.
And so when he was talking to the lady, the lady was like, hey, me, nakuomba permission, kwani wewe ni baba yangu. You know? And so at that exact moment, that is how that relationship ended.
Because you're not consulting me.
It's not you're
this partnership. Are we saying that this partnership is an autonomy that you're not accountable, you're not answerable?
So one party.
Where are they? Where are we drawing the lines?
Exactly. Also, and so for me, we were having that, and I asked him. So you gave the lady an ultimatum that whatever they want to do, whatever plans that they have to come back to you and seek permission from you. And the lady felt like you are being. You are ruling in a draconian kind of way, you know, and now she related that to, you're not my parent, you're my partner, and so it did not sit well with you, and now here you have a relationship that did not work because you were not open enough to see that you get into a relationship not to rule the other person, not to have an ultimate say in their life, but to have a discussion and a sitting on matters life. And so at that point he was like, okay, I see where you're going with this, and maybe if it was explained different, then I would have seen where this lady was going with that. And so I was like, I'm not going to have someone in my life who wants to dictate every step.
Yes.
Remember, we came together as two whole individuals.
Yes.
I had my ideologies of things, I had my life going on. I have the way I do things, yeah? If they're not necessarily infringing on how we do things, then please, let me be, I will let you be. If you want to go catch up with the boys, the only thing that I would require from you is just give me a head up. Yo, today, nitachelewa kidogo with the boys. It's done. You know? It's now that is where a matter of courtesy comes in. I'm just letting you know because I care about you and I don't want you to worry. But I'm not seeking your permission. Whether you say no or yes, me bado nitaenda. You should That's, you know, but if you have someone who you have has that kind of thought process, then I don't think you're reading from the same script. And so that goes back to if you are thinking that you have to be the head of the family, then we always have to come back to you to ask for permission. Baba, leo tukule nyama ama hapana? Leo naona ni kama meza kula nyama shika 200.
Wow. That undoes a lot of reasoning. First of all, it undoes the entire understanding of the woman coming from a rib of the man. So it has totally outdone religion.
Yeah.
That totally undoes this whole understanding of dowry and why the man has to identify a woman that he likes and go take a bride price that is set by the girl's family and pay for that bride price so that he gets this lady and brings her to his fold as one of as part of his belongings, and so it totally undoes that whole reasoning. And so don't expect the man to be the one going down on their knees and saying, will you marry me? Then in this whole partnership thing, let's both go down on our knees.
Yeah, we've seen ladies proposing to men. We have.
So that's where we're headed.
We've seen ladies saying, huyu ni kama ana take time, hajielewi, let me steer the ship for us. You see? And so sometimes your strengths, again, your weaknesses I can complement through my strengths.
Yes.
My weaknesses you can complement through my your strength.
Yes.
And so at the end of the day, it's not a situation of what man can do, woman can do better. No, it's a situation of let's sit down. Where are you? Where am I? Where are we heading?
Wow.
It's not where are you driving us and me I'm seated there blindly.
Trust me, if our parents watching this, they're traumatized. Like the generation that is before us, and even society in general, people who are yet to unlearn such things, are totally thrown off track. Because this is the antithesis of all they've ever known. Because such a reasoning is totally different, and of course, this is what we tackle at Life Goes 254, looking at life, the way that everyone else is not looking at it.
And of course, we're going to have a lot of people disagreeing. You're welcome to disagree, by the way. If you know, if this is not your ideology, you can disagree and back it up. Tell us, why do you think that's not the case? Remember, we are not talking about men and women being equal. No, we cannot be equal.
Exactly.
You are made different, I was made different. I can give birth, you cannot. You see, we are not equal. But we are partners, and in a partnership you have people with different strengths and different inabilities, and so you complement each other. There is no one boss. Is
there no intrinsic fear back there that if then we keep this whole unlearning process, we realize, and we've been talking about this, that we are here in this life experience not to keep bombarding ourselves and learning more and more and more and more, that this is how you do it. We actually, our greatest savior is unlearning more and more and more. But you see, that will not only come with a backlash, but then are we getting into a rabbit hole where
it's a constant unlearning?
Yes, constant unlearning, but also changing the entire dynamic, and eventually we'll be like, we don't even need to live with each other. Eventually it will be, we can be married and partners, and you can live in your house and I can live in my house, and we meet
or
on
we can even live in the same house, different quarters,
different rooms,
west wing,
east wing. Yes. Or we can be in this partnership, you take care of the children, I take care of the empire. Or we can be in this union and you can have a different set of another partner and I can have another partner. Don't you think that it will get... No, don't you think... No, as in, starting to seed this ground may open a can of worms where we now keep seeding too much ground until we lose the basis, until we lose the basic fabric, the skeleton that actually binds this whole thing, that actually is anchored in the Bible, in the African traditional setting and culture, and not just African, because this, even in the Western culture, that is the understanding. And so, don't you think that if we start now seeding too much ground, we'll end up with a house without structure?
No, the structure is there. It's we are not negating the need for the structure. What we are negating, or what I'm negating, is one person being ruler over all.
So you want to be a deputy president?
Essentially, yes. Where my decision and my input counts.
Yes.
And so.
So can the head remain, but you just be brought onto the fray, onto the throne as part of the head? Can you be the duodenum? Okay, sorry, see duodenum. Can you be the? Can you be
at the end of the day,
the left side of the head, and this one would be the right side of the head?
So basically, there is no head.
Meaning that there is no head.
Exactly. We are back to the point of not having a head, and so. This is what it is. And even in the Bible, it is there. You have, the Bible does not say for the husband to get a wife, you now get a slave and someone who answers to everything that you say. It gets you. It even says, who gets a wife? Who finds a wife finds
a good thing.
You see, yes, okay, keep. Basically, you come to the life to help out in terms of decision making, in terms of the smooth running of the family. That does not mean that you are allocated specific rigid roles.
Wow. Annette will never agree on this one. This one clearly has to spill on to season 3.
It has to.
And it's been a beautiful season, people. Season 2 has been really great. We've had to engage different things, different aspects that are affecting us as a people in the 254. And of course, if it affects us in the 254, it's affecting us as Africans, and definitely if it's affecting us as Africans, it's affecting the entire world, the globe in one way or another. And so Life Codes 254 continues, and it will keep getting bigger and better. And we'll keep engaging dicey and huge issues, huge touchy issues that people are not ready to talk about. And so Annette, I'm excited. We have to talk about it.
We have to, because if we do not, then we'll have a constant spiral of people getting into depression, mental health issues, and we can see people ending their lives and other people's lives. And so we don't want it to get there. I mean, it's already there, but we want to make sure that it stops. It stops. If we talk about these things, then we put an end to people feeling like they are alone. You're not alone in
what do they expect on season 3 as we are on this season finale?
What do you
expect on season 3?
Massive. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be bigger. We're gonna have
beautiful.
Many people coming on board to just strengthen the conversations and a lot of delving into issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so keep at it.
It's been a good season.
It's been a good 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And
educative.
Very educative, not just for our audience, but for us
as well. For us as well.
We learn a lot.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to a really awesome season 3, people.
Yeah.
Keep watching, keep on this channel. Let's grow this tribe. Let's do life together. Let's keep exchanging notes. Let's keep engaging in our comment sections. And Annette, I think they're in for a really beautiful ride.
Totally.
Yeah, where can they find us?
You can
in this and every other season.
Every season, year 1, year 2, year 3, and inakuja up to the 50th until we are 77 years old.
77.
You can always get us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and soon we will be going audio on Anchor. So again, if you're a person who enjoys just audio when you're driving, when you're doing your chores, and you just want to listen
Spotify
to
as well.
Yes, so you will find us audio only on Anchor, which will be distributed to Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all other audio platforms that you can find. And so that is Life Codes 254. That is Life, L-I-F-E, Codes, that is C-O-D-E-S, and the number 254 to represent our country, Kenya. I've been your host. My name is Annette White. That is A-N-N-E-T-T-E, White, the color white. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's been great hosting Life Codes 254 for season 2 with my co-hosts.
And I've been Harry Ritho, which is HARRYWRITHO, and I've loved doing this. And let's keep doing life together, and let's keep engaging, and let's keep at this.
Yeah, see you on the next season, and see you on the next
episode.